So today we are at another fire restoration. This one actually started upstairs in the bathroom. The homeowner had hired a plumber to put in a new vanity, and this is one of those old school guys who doesn't want to switch the PEX. They're still holding on to the copper, and decided that he was going to solder the valves on underneath of the vanity, and started a fire in the bathroom. Went up the wall and into a small piece of that attic space in the back, and then crept up into the attic space up top. So this one, if you've been watching some of our videos, I took some videos of this one where we were setting the actual trusses up there. We replaced half of the framing in the roof up top, and right now, so that's all been done, and the roof's on, and some of the windows are in. So with this one in particular, and it's like a lot of insurance jobs now, the insurance company does not want to pay you. They are not your friend. So my suggestion is to make sure that if you have anything that goes wrong in your home, first call your contractor to make sure it's going to be a good claim, and then call a good public adjuster if you have one. If you don't have one, please reach out to us, because we can always help you with either of those. But the insurance company is not there to pay you money. They are there to save as much money as possible. So this would have typically, 5 years ago, this would have been a full restoration, a full gut. And here on this particular project, they're really only kind of paying for the upstairs. They're not tearing out all the sheetrock. They are replacing the carpets. But again, you go through these things and your house has been on fire and you've got water and smoke damage. You really kind of want to just take everything out. So what we're going to do today is we'll take a quick walk through. We'll check in with the guys, see what they're doing on the inside. You can see what we've kind of done on the outside so far. Now this house will get all brand new siding. That'll be delivered on Monday. And so this will be a complete transformation on the outside. And we are doing some different things on the inside for the homeowners. We're moving the laundry room from downstairs to upstairs. These folks are just great people. The insurance company has held them up for over 1.5 years, and they're 78 years old. And so they've been displaced and out of their home for 1.5 years, and they finally settled with the insurance company just now. So it is our goal to get them back into their property as soon as possible.
And what is your tip to the homeowners on their insurance levels with their companies?
So property values are up right now. Make sure you are covered for what today's values are. So check your policy. If you were insured for $200,000 10 years ago and you haven't checked, you're still insured for $200,000. God forbid you have a tragedy like what happened here, they're only going to give you $200,000 to replace your home. So make sure that you check your policy, raise your insurance level to the proper amount of money, to full replacement value for today's standards, because if you don't, and we've seen it 2 or 3 times this year where these tragedies happen and people are underinsured. Contractor comes out and says it's going to cost you $800,000 to rebuild your house, and you're only insured for $350,000, and then you're stuck. All right, so let's go ahead inside and take a peek at what's going on inside. Come on, door. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we are working on it. We'll start downstairs first. Gentlemen, how we doing?
Good.
So this area of the home really wasn't affected by any smoke or fire damage. It was basically all water from putting the fire out. So all the sheetrock had to come out here, which we're replacing right now. And then if we want to peek around the side here, the other area that was really affected by the water was this laundry room area. As I said, outside, we're moving the laundry room area from here to the second floor. just makes more sense, now that it's all open and we have access to all the plumbing. Makes more sense to take our laundry room and put it upstairs for these folks. So, and then there's, see my guys in here getting at it, getting after it.
Again?
You need anything?
2-inch 90.
2-inch 90s?
Yep.
So we're head upstairs, and again, like I said, all the carpet came out, so we're gonna replace all the carpet. Right now, between downstairs and upstairs, we're doing plumbing and electrical. Good morning, Pedro.
Good morning.
And so in here
Hello.
is where most of the damage happened. And as you can see, these are all brand new engineered trusses. Up top, we reframed the bathroom and closet area. It's going to give them a much better layout than what was here before. We'll have a full walk-in closet now, and this laundry room will be adjacent to the master bedroom. And then we'll have a nice size bathroom over here. Nice size ensuite. And we've brought all the electrical up to code inside the master and the laundry room and the bathroom. Again, typically this would have been a full remodel, having to go through this extent, this kind of this major transformation. But like I said, the insurance companies don't want to pay nowadays. So I'm not sure if they ever wanted to pay, but specifically now, it's like every single person who has a tragedy has to really fight to have the insurance company cover what all needs to be covered. So this will be the extent of our remodel. So between upstairs and the carpets and the paint and the siding will be it. We're really trying to get this one done fast too, because like I said, these folks are 78, 79 years old, and I'd hate to see for something to happen, and they've been out of their home and displaced for the last 2 years. And that's definitely a big concern, is to make sure that we get them back into their home and so they're comfortable.
What is the typical time frame for an insurance replacement job?
So it depends. So we've had them. So say pre-COVID, we did a fire job. We were able to start working on all that, and we got money and checks, and everything was done within 3 months. And then that job took, 8 months to a year to complete. It was a full renovation, so we had to do a full set of blueprints and a full house rewire, all the plumbing, and then there's all the time in between too. I used to think, before I knew better and before we started doing these jobs, I used to think that it was the company. They're just dragging their feet with that fire job. How come it takes so long? It's it's been sitting there for a year. I never see anybody there, and there's all these stages in between that we have to wait for draws to come from the insurance company or from the mortgage company to continue to keep the project rolling. It's very rare that a homeowner actually owns their home outright. So when they get their insurance money, the homeowner's responsible for doling the money out as the project moves along. So in that case, they move along much faster because the homeowner don't have to wait on a bank inspection. We don't have to wait for the check to come from the bank, and every time we have to request a draw, it's 35 days to 45 days, sometimes 60 days before we'll actually get a check to move on to piece number 2. So I would say right now, with the way the insurance is and the way the banks are, an average time length, if your house catches on fire, for you to be back in it is going to be minimum 1 year. Most likely they're probably averaging about 1.5 years to get back into your home. That means you're in an apartment, Or if you're lucky, you've got a single family home that you can find and rent, and the insurance company pays. You have a certain portion in your policy that pays for housing and living expenses while you're displaced. But it's never fun to be displaced. That's a fact. It's just never fun to be out of your home. So, and like I said, these folks have been out for going on 2 years now. So we really want to get them back at home. And so this is, again, after almost 2 years of them waiting for their money, we just got pretty much the go ahead to get back in here and start doing some stuff on the inside. So, so we'll get them wrapped up as quickly as we can. So step 1, plumbing and electric. Step 2, inspections. Then insulation, then inspection, then sheetrock, and then finish.